Right folks, very good morning. Well, it's actually afternoon, it's just gone 12 and here I am today in Auchmithie looking at the old seaport on the east coast, the North Sea, just right over there. It's a bit cold today folks and I've still only got one glove. Yeah, so we're going to go for a little stroll around Auchmithie. I've never really actually walked around the whole village before, but here's a little map of it that's telling me all about it. I'm going to go look at the church there. We will head down to the front as well. So here we go. Enjoy my Auchmithie stroll. Thank you. Right, well here I am at the back of St Peter's Kirk. Now look, you can see how the light comes through the other side there and shines through the windows of the kirk, illuminating the inside. Yeah, it's really nice actually. There you go, look at that. Right, well unfortunately it wasn't really what I thought. I thought it was stained glass windows, but it's not. It's just perspex over them, and as the sun shines in, it's just giving off that nice sort of yellow glow. But nah, pretty boring church really, I must say. Nothing exciting to report so far here in Auchmithie, but you can see it's made of sandstone obviously because Arbroath's just down the road there. Nice little sort of Norman-esque round tower, but that's about it really. So very poor start to the adventure. No fungi either. Right folks, well I've already been stopped by a gang of old ladies. They shout at me, "What are you doing?" So, I mean, they're quite entitled to because I'm taking a photograph and things. So, but I explained and used my Spiz charm and told them all about it. So they were quite happy to tell me a load more about Auchmithie and said that I could go into the old hall there and look at some of the old photographs. So excellent. And it was funny because one of the old ladies said to one of her friends, "Oh, this chap's from Ipis." Oh, I have to laugh at that, I tell you. Anyway, right, so here I am. I'm in the sort of the backy area. This would have been the old sort of, well, I don't know, the old sort of bit where they just did old sort of things. There we go. Yeah, it's all right so far, I must say. Stones, I must go down to the seas again, to the lonely sea and the sky. Oh, I wonder who wrote that. Well, there's some old sheds there made of sandstone and old bits of wood there, all just decaying away. And you're live with Spiz Cam as we go through this little alleyway here. What have we come across here? Don't know what that is. Water tower? Right, that's my stroll along. I think that was called the Sea Backies or something. Wow, there's an old house at the back of me there. Right, here we are down at the front now. Well, we're kind of coming round the back and right to the North Sea. Wow, what view. Right folks, well that was quite exciting. Now way behind me there you can see the arch. Bro and I tried to get there once but failed miserably. I think we've all tried to get there and failed miserably actually. But I'm on top of the cliffs now, so what I'm going to do now is just walk back down and try and head down now to the old harbour and have a little explore of that. And tell you something about the old fish people who used to live here. Dear, here we go again. Right, I've just come down those winding stairs there, folks. I wonder if the same stairs in 1814 Sir Walter Scott visited here. Was he called Sir then? I don't know. But anyway, in 1814 he immortalised them by calling them the Mucklebaits of Mucklecraig. And it was really the women of this area that got the sort of the hard labour end of the jobs, really, because as the men went out to sea, the women had to stay here and bait the lines, gut the fish, make sure everything was okay for the men coming back. And often the women here would make sure the men stayed dry before they got out onto the sea there by actually putting the men on their shoulders and carrying them out to the boat, putting them in there so that they had a dry start to the day. Crikey. Well, I've actually sneaked into one of these sheds just full of creels and ropes, space hoppers, and is that space hoppers? And all sorts of things. Wow. Seen better days, mind you. Oh, there's a wee bird in there, look. Hello. Right, well there's the old harbour. I'm going to go walk out on that, folks. Sea's a bit calm today. Not too bad. Right, so behind me there is the old harbour of Auchmithie. Now, unfortunately, as times progressed, this safe little harbour became non-viable. As boats got bigger, it was impossible for the local fishermen to make a living here on their own, so they had to really club together and join forces on one boat. And start doing different sorts of fishing, like, you know, net trawling and all that kind of stuff, as line fishing really was going out of fashion. They couldn't make a living from it. One man and a boat, it just wasn't on. So unfortunately all these kind of east coast harbours really just died a death. So the 18th century really is the last kind of time that these places would have been in operation, which is a shame. I think some of them maybe lasted into the 19th century, 1920s maybe, just before or after the First World War, but I'm just waffling rubbish now, aren't I? Right, I'm walking along this sugary bit of the pier now. I'm going to try and head out over there, out onto the bit, to see what we can find, see if there's any dead fishermen or anything like that out there. Well, as you can see, it's all crumbling away, folks. There ain't much left of this old harbour. Just got a text from Simon. He wanted me to go and meet him today up at Blair Gowrie, but unfortunately I had men coming around this morning to do something on the intercom. But as usual, like the council, they never turned up, so I thought, sod this. So 11:30 came and I thought, no, I'm going out. So I've come out. So Simon, I haven't rubbered you. I've just got your text there, mate. Just about to reply to you live here on Spiz. Right, you're live with SpizCam as I walk along this rather treacherous wall. I've been very lucky with the tide, I must admit. I think it's on its way out. So I'm going to get some nice shots. Look at that. Right, there's an old iron ladder. Now over there we have the end of the wall. And that's where I've just walked along there. And here I am. Alright folks, well here I am at the very edge of the pier. I've walked all the way along. I can't go any further. It's nice here. It's a little bit cold, but a bit chilly in the air there, but lovely. Now, Brew and I have been here before, obviously. I remember we told you about Scarlett Johansson was here filming something. I still can't remember what the film was called. Something about blood, vampires and things, but a nice red sky over there. Whoop, I better be careful here because I think the tide's actually maybe coming in, I'm not sure, so I better head back. Yeah, there you go. Right, thank you. Right, I'm trying to be all professional here and have the camera nice and still for you as I tell you about Ralph the Rover. He was a notorious pirate in the 13th century. His domain was this little bit of the east coast. Now, there is a lighthouse on the Bell Rock about 12 miles south east of Arbroath. They used to have a big bell on it that used to clang in the wind and tell the ships, warn them when they were close to the Bell Rock, which was a treacherous piece of reef. So anyway, Ralph the Rover, he went there and he stole the bell, which made loads of ships crash into the reef, and he then was able to go and plunder to his heart's content. But the sea is a cruel, ironic mistress, because later on, 20 years later, Ralph the Rover himself died as he drowned on the reefs of Bell Rock. Now look at this natural feature here. This white, or this funny bit of rock, it runs all the way down. Weird. Stops there. Well, unfortunately, it wasn't what I thought. That's just perspex on the windows there, just block it up. Honestly, two cars come by as soon as I start videoing. What's going on? Start that bit again. Oh, I've left my hat. Oh man, it's all wet. Right, let's see how that turned out. I have to do it again, probably, knowing me.